Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome, everybody. Kevin Jackson. It's Kevin Jackson Show. Our hearts and our, sincere condolences go out to the people who are caught in the path, if you will, of Irma. It's been an amazingly devastating storm. And it was funny. I was watching, not funny, but I was watching people as the storm was moving in over the weekend, and they're looking at the storm surge. And I mean, this ocean is boiling, and people are taking pictures. And, it was like, guys, get out. This is crazy. Get out of there. Largest evacuation in history, which, you could have said they should have done this in Houston, but, it's all in retrospect. I certainly know the drainage system in Houston, and I talked about this, is not prepared for these things, and they should be preparing for it. Even as we speak right now, hurricanes are going to hit. We're going to be dealing with this stuff, folks. Next year is going to be another hurricane season. I know the people who are caught up in this whole society of global climate change are going to be shocked to learn that this happens every year. Some years are worse than others. It's kind of like you say to yourself, how was summer this year in such and such? And they go, oh, it was a milder summer than normal. And they may say that once every 10 years. Or they say, how was winter in such and such? And they go, wow, we had a tolerable winter. It was blah, blah, blah. Or we had one of the worst winters we've had in a decade. Or the 100-year flood or whatever. It changes. And, look, the reason why I get a little bit upset about this is because I feel I get bored talking about the same thing. We got tornadoes, hurricanes, mudslides, earthquakes, tsunamis, you name it. They're all going to happen. I talked about it the other day. Tell me your name, tell me your area of the country, and I will tell you, they have massive thunderstorms, massive flooding, massive landslides, avalanches, tornadoes, sinkholes, crazy stuff. You go, wow, it's, how do you know, Kevin? I don't know. I'm psychic, I guess. Anyway, these guys are out looking at this storm. This storm is barreling in, and I'm thinking to myself, guys, you don't play around with nature. You don't play with God this way. You just don't do it. It's going to come again next year, though. Anyway, prayers go out to them. Truly do. Here's what I want to cover today. Oh, geez, what is this? I want to cover, we talked about some things when I was last on, and we didn't go in enough depth because I didn't have the stuff handy. Look, and I'm not blaming you guys. I'm looking at my producers here. They're looking at me like, what? No, it's not your fault. I chose to go from memory, that there were some really funny, clever things that were being discussed that we didn't go deep enough on. For example, I talked about this Twitter poll. I want to go back over that. So we'll talk about that here in a second. I talked about the compilation of fake news, what somebody said before and after, but I didn't go into detail. I needed to go into more detail. I needed to have the clips that we got. We got them from another website and we referenced it in the site, but need to have those out there for you. We need to talk more about the NFL and what happened with them. Hillary Clinton, she's on the outs. There's a lot of things we touched on. And by the way, we'll continue to touch on these because there are recurring themes unfortunately, in politics and in political punditry that are never going away. We are constantly going to be thinking about, or talking about, I should say, and probably thinking about the same things. One thing I didn't touch on, Lois Lerner, they're not prosecuting her. Why? I have a suspicion that Sessions knows how crooked the left, and who knows where this thing reaches. Why are they not prosecuting her? What could she possibly have said to them, or information that she leaked out that says, I'm off limits, when we know what she did? Is she not a big enough fish? Give us something, guys. We put Trump in charge to get to the bottom of this stuff. The VA, there have been some people fired, but we still want to know. I want to know who was responsible for getting veterans killed. Do you? And I could go on. I want to see Hillary Clinton in a jumpsuit. She deserves it. Debbie Wasserman Schultz. You guys heard me talk about her. Debbie was getting some on the side, and it was from these Pakistani boys, and my suspicion is it was probably all the brothers hanging out with Debbie. Wink, wink, you know what I mean? And Debbie is selling our secrets, giving these guys access to our secrets. We need a deeper dive into this. Are you kidding me? How is she not in prison? Laptops all over the place, information being given out willy-nilly, and we can't. Hillary Clinton is somebody from her staff. Give me a scapegoat. Can I give one scapegoat? Uma Abedin or I'll even settle for Anthony Weiner going to jail. Surely nobody would dispute that. But we get nothing. I don't know about you. I'm tired of getting nothing. I want to see some people go down. Well, it's one thing to drain the swamp. Well, we fired a bunch of people from D.C. Whatever. Man, the government has got over 1 million employees. Whatever. It's close to 1 million. Whatever. What's the number? You got it? I know it's over 1 million. Don't be looking. When you look at me like that, you interrupt my flow, man. You interrupt my train of thought. It's a lot of people the government employs. And we fire 500 of these or 200 of that. You think you've really gotten rid of the cancer? You got the body has become cancerous. Now all you got is you're looking for places where, oh, there's some healthy cells right there. You better grab those and get you some stem cells because the rest of the body is dead. We want to see action. Unbelievable. So we got a lot of things. I want to cover a few things that we didn't cover before, at least in more depth. Then I also want to cover some things that we didn't cover at all. Kim Jong-un and this nuclear missile test. Why haven't we done more here? Why haven't we, I mean, and I know Trump's got some things in mind. I heard we're training special forces in order to take him out. That's got to make the guy kind of scared. He doesn't know where it's going to come from now. He's got to be in a state of paranoia. Or paranoia. Or paranoia, as I said earlier. Oh, man, he's a cunning linguist, that Kevin. Anyway, look, folks, lots to talk about. We'll be back in just a minute. Keep it in.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful 4-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.